Hey, what's going on, you fishy farfetch? Coming at you with some LucMetal today. Want to give a quick shout out to Channel Fireball. Check them out, channelfireball.com. #1 spot for competitive Pokemon content and cards. Use code AzulGG when you make your way over there. Playing some LucMetal today, and it's LucMetal. I'm playing Crushing Hammers. That's about all I gotta say. Everyone knows it. Some people love it. Some people hate it. Let's get into some games. All right, I am getting into first game here. We are going second. I chose to go second because I like going second with go up against like a Pikarom or some kind of lightning deck. They got the Coco, so they're probably Pikarom. We'll see, I guess. There's the speed. They want to use Electrify turn 1. I don't want them to use Electrify on their first turn. So I like going second. Now, Senna Scorch is another matchup where going second is definitely good for us if we played Coding Energies, but I don't play Coding Energy, so no real advantage should be taken of there on for me. I mean, I guess it gives me a slightly better chance to maybe beat them, but yeah, still such a bad matchup without the coding. So yeah, it's probably not going to happen, but we can try. Our opening hand's pretty good as long as the Caitlin Cynthia is in the deck, because then we can go quick ball away the boss, tag call for Caitlin Cynthia, second LucMetal hopefully, discard that, get the boss back, draw 3 cards, hopefully get an energy to attach active. Draw a Crushing Hammer, because why not, I think. I don't want to go back into the deck. Could also discard the basic energy now, but I probably want to make sure I guarantee that attachment. So we're going to start with this to see what we have. Okay, they're both in there. That's great. So now it's going to be quick ball away the boss. Caitlin Cynthia away the LucMetal. Get the boss back. And then, I mean, we'll see what we draw. Ideally, some good cards. Then we'll attach to active, play a Crushing Hammer. Go from there, I guess. To active, Crushing Hammer, get a heads. All right, and then yeah, I'll bench a second station. We're going to want a second one anyway. So if they Marnie us, it just goes back to the deck, which means, I mean, then we don't have it. So I'd rather just put it in play now so I don't have to quick ball for it later and then maybe not find it, you know? I mean, we don't play a ton of outs to our Pokemon, only the 4 quick ball. We don't play a ton of good Pokemon for our matchups overall as well. And that looks like it's just going to be a spike draw from our opponent. I definitely do not want a Full Metal Wall into just 1 energy on a Coco V. So we're not doing that next turn. Even if they spike draw, we're going to take 0 damage. I'll set up the Zacian to be able to deal with this guy. I'm not going to worry about wasting my Full Metal Wall. And that, whoa, we were literally, we almost, we're 3 cards short of a Intrepid Sword for 3. That's okay. Yeah, Intrepid Sword for 0 into Marnie into 4 energy. You don't see that all the time. Alrighty then, another one. And there's, of course, 0 energy. All right, sure. I'm not mad. We got the Full Metal Wall next turn option. The option of the Full Metal Wall. Unfortunately, we are not a switch away from a Brave Blade. We would love to be a switch away from a Brave Blade, but we're just not. We didn't hit any off that Intrepid Sword. That is pretty funny interaction there. A funny coincidence situation that just went down. They play Crushing Hammers. Okay. Off the bench, though. I like to see that because that means Full Metal Wall can still happen this turn. I don't know how many. They have the 2 energy. They do. So they could full blitz this turn with an energy switch, which seems to be the play they're going for. But then I can just Full Metal Wall to take 3 of the energy away, which is just fine with me. From there, it might get a little sketchy, to be honest, with what we currently have going on. Not a whole ton of energy in play. No draw supporter, obviously, in the hand. So I wouldn't hate another turn where they just go Spike Draw and I just go Intrepid Sword. Now they're grabbing a Boltund. But they already popped the Coco and put it onto Dene. So it makes me think that they had an E-switch to full blitz with, or maybe they wanted to spike draw the whole time, but they could have actually used Electrify. They could have retreated Coco to the Boltund. I don't really care about scrapping away that. There's probably a better target later on. Let's go with a Crushing Hammer here. I'm gonna take away that option of the full blitz next turn. Oops. Sword. I could have benched this Zacian. I don't hate having a 3rd Zacian in play in this matchup, to be honest. Once again, no hits. But we got plenty of attachments for turn for the continuous turns to come. So that's not bad. Yeah, I could have quick balled away the Zacian there, to be honest. There's a big charm that we are a little bit more excited to get rid of there. We're a little bit more excited to get rid of that big charm than the this big charm. But I would get rid of both big charms, I guess. And it looks like they are going to go with that Electrify because we did get that Crushing Hammer heads. Means they can't full blitz this turn with just an attachment. And they are down 1 E-switch, probably play 2, maybe 2 in a tag switch, something like that. But top deck boss here would be pretty cool. Then we could just, like, if they put 2 on the Pikarom, which they might, they did not. All right. I will go. I'm just going to quick ball here. Get rid of the Zam. Take a Zam. I'll bench 3rd Zacian here. Attach. Intrepid, I guess. I want to save the Mallow Lana, kind of. No hits, but now we've got the... Now we're just kind of built up to the point where we can Brave Blade. Got a Crushing Hammer, got a Boss, got a Mallow Lana, got a Switch. So we got a lot of options here. And yeah, we built up to the point where we can Brave Blade the Boltund or the Tapu Koko. I mean, we can also Brave Blade a Pikarom, but we're trying to Full Metal Wall the Pikarom when it makes its way into the active. We'll probably go like Mallow Lana. Oh, I didn't play the Tool Scrapper. All right, that was a mistake. I should just played it there. Got rid of both those big charms. And remove those from play. It's actually relevant on the Pikarom because then we can do like a Steel Fist plus a Brave Blade to get the knockout, which can be a little bit easier to get that 2-hit KO on the Pikarom than going like Brave Blade, Blade Braid, or something like that. So definitely a mistake on my part. And oh, they're going with a Boss here. So they're gonna full blitz, trying to trap the Zacian in the active. We do have the Mallow Lana to completely remove this, almost completely remove the damage that they deal here. There's no way they full load the. What? But why? All right, Crushing Hammer. We're going to completely devastate them if we get a heads here. We're going to remove it from the Boltund here. Because if they attack with the Koko, we can KO that, but the Boltund does a little bit more damage. I'm more scared of Boltstorm, that's what I'm trying to say here. Scrapper away these two. That seems like an incredibly greedy play from my opponent here. And yeah, we're going to take away 6 energy. They're down their Koko. We got, I think we've gotten 3 Crushing Hammer heads. I think we've gotten all 3 heads on our Crushing Hammers, which has also been pretty good. And yeah, our opponent's pretty much done here. They're done. They're not. It's not gonna happen. They have what? How many energy in here? 9. If they ever attack with the Koko, we can just KO it with a Zacian, and that takes 3 more energy out of play. That'd be 12 energy. 1 is trapped on Dedenne here, which sure they maybe have an E-Switch in their deck, but they gotta find it. And they still have 6 prize cards left, so. Pretty greedy play from my opponent there to think they could get the Tag Bolt off. And even if they did, I don't even know where that... To be honest, I don't think that leaves them in like that ridiculously good of a spot anyways. And there's the concede. No surprise. Easy dub. Okay, let's do it again. Win the coin flip. Choose to go second. Almost the exact same start, except no Tag Call. We had like the Boss, the Crushing Hammer. We had a Metal Saucer as well. We opened LucMetal. Literally almost the exact same start we just had. And we're up against a Pikarom again. Okay, so... basically playing the exact same game, except our hand is a way worse. And we really need a top deck. Who knows? Maybe we'll top deck Tag Call and basically have the same turn 1 that we had in the last one. No, just an energy. Crushing Hammers are a pretty big deal here. Tails. The Boss is still kind of good, though, because this means the Pikarom isn't on the bench, which means they also need a switch now. Instead of just, like, attach energy, Koko Prism with energy in the discard pile, they also need a switch to the bench. So it's 1 more card. I'm sure they play for Switch. I'm sure it's not that hard for them to get the Switch, but it could be the difference maker. All right, there's already the Switch. It could be the difference maker for sure. So, yeah, you never know. You never know, right? All right, just a pass. Ooh, I mean, we have to do it. I hate it, but 2 Metal Saucer down. And, oh my gosh. And another Tails. We got the attachment at the very least. Steel Fist 430. Yeah. Yeah, I'll go ahead and thin energy out of the deck here, I think. Yeah, no Quick Balls, no Zacians. 1 Zacian prize, but still. That's rough. And then we have another Metal Saucer in our hand. We have another Metal Saucer in our hand, but we don't have anywhere to put the energy. I guess that's just 3rd Speed Lightning from our opponent in a row here. Like, get the full blitz off. We could, like, top deck. Or we could just go for a Caitlin Cynthia here, try and discard energy and get into a Zacian, and we get a Mallow Lana for the following turn, and then we can Metal Saucer to it, I guess. I guess that's what we want to play for here for sure. I think we have to get try and have to get value out of this Metal Saucer here, to be honest. All right, so we're going to go Tag Call. And Caitlin Cynthia with the energy. Please give me a Zacian here. Okay, thank goodness. All right, give me a Zacian. Oops. Metal Saucer, patch, goggles, and then if we top deck, we can actually swing with a Brave Blade. If we do top deck a Metal Energy, but there's a good shot at that because we do play 13 of them, and we only have 5 in play, so there's quite a few left. So there's a good shot if we do top deck that Metal Energy. So we're hoping for that. That'd be great. We'll see though. We'll see. We'll see if we can get it or not. But that'd be perfect. Mallow Lana, Brave Blade. Crushing Hammer heads, that is going to be, yeah, definitely going to be from our Zacian. That kind of stinks. They might be, nope, I was going to say they might be stuck with the Pikarom and the active as they get the switch card. So this one's not going as well at all as the game against the other Pikarom went. We've hit 0 Crushing Hammer heads in this one so far, whereas the other one we hit all heads. Marnie top deck. I have a hard time believing they don't have like a Marnie in hand themselves, but I don't want to Mallow Lana this either because, I mean, Mallow Lana Intrepid Sword is okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and Marnie here, and then we'll probably have to just settle with an Intrepid Sword. Hopefully, get an energy here to at least attach. Another Zacian is also great. So attach, bench, Intrepid. No hits is not. We'd love to have seen an energy there. We're still in this one, but we're definitely in a rough spot. This one gets kind of rough. Down quite a few saucers. We're definitely gonna have to go into Intrepid Sword again at some point. Just want to Brave Blade this turn, and then ideally, theoretically, Mallow Lana into a doll, and then Intrepid Sword with one of the Zacians. At that point, hopefully hitting some metal energy off the Intrepid Sword. And then getting that extra energy acceleration into play, because we're going to kind of need that to make up for those kind of lack of metal saucers we have to work with in this one. I guess they're not guaranteed. Oh, wait, they just discarded a switch. I guess they could GX attack to KOS. They could also full blitz KOS. So I guess that's why they didn't want to go retreat switch, because they could go with a full blitz if they are able to get, but they have to get basic energy in the discard pile as well. So they need a little bit there, to be honest. E-switch also works, though. So full blitz is going to be taking us out here. There's a Marnie as well, which I guess I'm okay with it. Yeah, I don't really, not that bad. As long as we don't draw like that another hand like the last game where we just drew 4 metal energy. Yeah, doll of metal is great. So we can get the doll down. Now we just need to find that Mallow Lana. So we can Mallow Lana after they hit us, go into the doll and then Intrepid Sword maybe with one of the Zacians. We do have to Intrepid Sword at some point. Maybe we just go like Mallow Lana plus hit for the knockout, actually. I don't know. Here comes that full blitz. Bolton is starting to become a threat as well. Thankfully, they don't have lightning energy. These are all speed lightnings, which means they can't just get those back out of the discard pile with the Coco. So they can't just put a ton of energy in play next turn. They probably have 3 here off the full blitz. We'll see here in just a second. They might not necessarily have all 3. We'll see. Maybe they only have they could if they have a couple in hand, couple prized. It's possible they don't have all 3 energy right here. Definitely possible. We'll see here. They have all 3. They actually went to the Raichu, which is interesting. I'm definitely fine with them being on the Raichu. That means Bolton's less of a threat. I guess they still have Coco Plus, but they don't have any basics in the discard pile once again, so. Throw out the doll and Marnie. Looking for a Metal Goggles for this session would be great, because actually currently, there we go, that's perfect. Currently, Lightning Ride does KO our bench Zacian, so not anymore. And then we'll get a Brave Blade hit. We don't have a switch. This is where it'd be great to top deck Mallow Lana. We also don't have a draw supporter here. This is where it'd be, yeah, great to top deck Mallow Lana. Mallow Lana, get rid of Swell plus the Zamazenta. Maybe we just hit then. I don't know. We definitely attach here next turn. We could just go for a hit. Here comes a Crushing Hammer. That is a Tails. That's great. How many more of those do they have left? 2 more Crushing Hammers for our opponent. I think we have 2 as well. Yeah, we have 2 Crushing Hammers as well. Yeah, love to see it. Another Crushing Hammer, Tails again. Great, love to see it. Yeah, we could just hard retreat, I guess. There's that Coco, but I don't think they have any basics in here. Yeah, no basic lightning in the discard pile, so they have to kind of wait for us to take a knockout before they can actually utilize that. They're going to actually hard retreat to the Raichu and Raichu. You're going to get the Coco Pop, but that seems a little bit aggressive. I assume they're going to go for that Tandem Shock here, which is really good, though, actually, to be honest. The Tandem Shock is really good here. We actually, well, I guess they don't know what our hand is, but Tandem Shock is pretty good here. Hopefully we top deck a Mallow and Lana, though. If we could top deck a Mallow and Lana, that'd be great. How many switch do they actually have left? Only 1 switch. And the Pikarom's here with no energy on it. They're also down, what? 4 energy now. One of the E switches, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So they have like 2 or 3 energy left. I mean, yeah, bossing up the Pikarom, it might get stuck. It definitely might get stuck. And even if they have their last switch to move it, another boss would maybe be a deck out situation, actually. We top deck. Damn. Yeah, boss that peak. Step it off the bench. Nothing too great. Work with it. We need to find that. I think boss might be our route to win here. Just keep bossing up the Pikarom, because they only have 1 switch left. And I said, like, what, 2 to 3 energy left. Probably a second E-switch. When you see one E-switch, they almost always have a second one. If they play, like, one energy switching card, it's usually, like, a one-of tag switch. So probably only one E-switch left. Oh, but there it is immediately. But where's this going? It might go off. Yeah, it might go off the right shoe here. Like I said, they only have one switch left. So that was a little bit interesting, actually. They went with that route instead of putting it to the active. Because I do not have to KO this Pikarom. I don't know if they're thinking, like, oh, they're going to KO my Pikarom for sure. I don't have to. There's nothing, like, forcing me to knock out this Pikarom. I don't plan on it at all, either. I don't plan on knocking out this Pikarom. I'm just going to run to the doll. There's their last switch, and Bolton is doing more than enough to take out my Zacian. Now they're trying to, like, remedy the problem a little bit by attaching to the Pikarom. But that's it. That's their last switch. No more switches for my opponent. That would be cheating. Let's see. I can go to Crushing Hammer heads here on this Bolton, and maybe they can't attack with that next turn, so we're going to go for that. The heads. Take away the energy. Attach. Tool Scrapper away their air balloons. And then Marnie. Just really looking for that boss. Like I said, we can bring it back up to Pikarom, and it might just get stuck for the rest of the game. There is a boss. Could bench down a different station. We still might have to go the attacking route if they can still attack with everything. I feel like this is probably correct. And then I'm actually going to go ahead and Intrepid Sword with this one. If we get a hit, rather split up our energy a little bit here. It definitely would rather split up our energy a little bit here. Get that. Looking pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good about this one so far. Did not start off great. Let's count that energy one more time. So you got 5 down, 9, 10, 11, 12. So yeah, 1 to 2 more energy left. Out of switch, out of E-switch, I believe, as well. So this boss on the Pikarom, if they attach to Bolton, I think will actually just win us the game probably. That's 6, 7, 8. That's not enough to KO one of my Zacians here. There's the Bolt Storm. We could even Mallow Lana knock this thing out. Because then we wouldn't lose to, like, attach, or third E-switch. Go Mallow Lana away these two. Attach, knockout. And I would heal down to, or I'd heal off 120. So we'd have, sheesh, 150. So in effect, they have 210 HP left. They still have the GX attack, though. I think it's best if I just go boss, harder tree, because they still have the GX attack. And if they have a 4th speed lightning, trap it here once again. I guess I could have quick balled a research away to get another card out of my deck there. Yeah, if they do have a speed lightning left, they could go speed lightning boss and then win the game that way. Oh, it's 1, 2. Let me count one more again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 4th speed would be like probably the only last energy they have. That would be 14 energy, 4 speed, 10 lightning, which is usually, if you're playing 14, that's the count you play. And as you can see, we got them. They're out of switch. Let's get it. See you guys tomorrow.